Hello, I'm Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel. I'm sure you guys recognize my beautiful kitten, Catarina, who is skinny again. I wonder how that happened. Yes, this is a crazy cat lady video where I will be introducing to you Catarina's 3 beautiful kittens. Yeah. Beautiful like their mommy. Are you beautiful? Yeah. So she did have 5, but one had forgetting what it's called now, amniotic fluid in its lungs, and I tried to give it mouth to mouth, but there was just too much in there and I couldn't save it, unfortunately. The second kitten that we lost is because I had been concerned about this issue because of what Siren did when I first got him and how he reacts to cats outside. Siren had I was eating a breakfast sandwich that I had spent like 2 hours making, and Catarina had left her kittens just long enough to start licking the grease off of my plate that I had set down for the cats to clean off, because they really love grease. I don't know why, but they do. And if it fattens them up, cool, because they could use the weight. So the kittens were only left alone for like a fraction of a second, and he snuck up. No one he was silent as the grave, snuck up, picked up one of the kittens out of the stroller and ate it. I mean, he didn't actually eat it, but he chomped down on it enough to where it did not survive. There was not a single sound, so I didn't know until I got up to put my plate in the kitchen and found the kitten laying dead on the floor, clearly having been chewed on. It wasn't smashed to death, but it was definitely punctured. So I am keeping a much closer eye on him, and I'm kind of not feeling comfortable with him being out of his cage, but I can't leave him in his cage 24/7. So I have the stroller zipped up on the side that he can kind of get to, so that he can't get in there. And I'm keeping a close eye on him, and if he comes anywhere near the stroller, he goes straight back into his cage for the rest of the day. I have been doing this for the last 2 days now, ever since he killed that kitten. So if he goes anywhere near the stroller, anywhere near it, he goes back in the cage. He's not getting another opportunity to attack them. So, and I'm seriously contemplating getting rid of him after that. I can't until I have my home better secured from my neighbors, because he is the only thing that has kept them from breaking in since I got him. That I have had numerous break-in attempts until I got him, and they all stopped after I got him because they are afraid of him. So they're not afraid of being shot, but they're afraid of my dog. I don't understand, but it is what it is, you know. I gotta keep them safe until I can get rid of him or find some other way to keep him away from them. And I can't get rid of him until I have my house more secure from my neighbors, like in a way that they can't even come into my yard. Because even though they won't come into my house anymore because of him, because though they won't climb in my windows anymore and try to break down my door anymore trying to get in, they still on a daily basis come in my yard and use my yard furniture like it belongs to them, and it's really kind of creepy and does not make me feel very safe. And I don't want people in my yard using my yard furniture that I don't even want around me. So I mean, come on. I mean, trespassing, people should know better. But So I can't afford it, but I need to get fencing all the way around the house, all the way around the property. And then I need to build an addition, and I also need to, once I have the addition on, I won't actually need the new windows, but if I can't get the addition on fast enough, then I'm going to need new windows because I have an entirely missing window. So that's how they were getting in, is they were climbing in the window that is completely like gone. So, and I know who it was, but still. So I need to get all this stuff done with not any money to get it done. And I can't get rid of him until it's done. I can't separate him from the kittens outside of putting him in his cage until I have an addition put on. I mean, I needed the addition before he was trying to eat the kittens, but still, it just makes it, the need a little bit more dire. Are you all right, Merlin? Merlin just threw up. It happens. Kitties have vomit issues sometimes. So that is an issue. I need to get an addition put on. I need the storage. I need the space. And I need him to be able to separate him from the cats. If I do keep him for the safety of my home. I can't put him outside because of weather. He does not have a doghouse. And even if he had a doghouse, if it's too cold or it's too warm, still can't really put him out there all day. So, and even then, without the fence, I can't put him out there all day because my neighbors have come into my yard and removed him from his chain when I was not outside with him. So, fence, doghouse, addition. You know? I don't know. But all things that I need that I can't afford. I suppose I could put something in his house to insulate it and keep it warm once I have a doghouse for him. But still, in the summer, he would get very warm, and there's still the issue with the neighbors coming into my yard and trying to remove him. So, either way, I do need a fence for him. I mean, not just for him, but to keep them out too. Fence to keep him in, fence to keep them out, something around the fence to keep the cats in. Sam was thinking a dog fence with chicken, well, we were both kind of thinking dog fence with chicken wire on it, but I think trellis would be prettier. I'll figure it out. But you guys aren't here for me to hear me bitch about all the stuff I need to get done on my house and can't afford to do. You guys are here to see kittens. So let's get to the kittens, alright? Alrighty, guys. Come here. Okay, so she started going into labor on Saturday, but she didn't actually officially have her babies until Sunday. And so her babies are, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They are 3 days old. So this one is the only one I've named yet because I know that Callie and Spell are not going to have tabbies. So this is a little brown tabby that my little gray tabby, Catarina, gave birth to. Isn't he cute? And his name is Carmelo. Yeah. Because I think little brown tabbies look like a mix between caramel and chocolate. So his name is Carmelo. I would have named him Macchiato, but then I'd get then Sam might get confused whether I'm talking about coffee or the kitten. So I don't really buy Carmelos. They sound good, but I've never bought them. So I know we won't get confused between him and food. Will we, buddy? Isn't he cute? He's such a little cutie. So there's Carmelo. I'll put him down right here. And then we have a set of twins. Which one are you? You're the girl. Okay. So this is a little Russian blue. You can tell she's Russian blue because she has no stripes at all. She's just very, very gray. Very dark gray. Very pretty. Just like her great-grandpa, Ash. And her daddy's cousin, Sage, that we lost, and his auntie Crystal that we lost. She doesn't have any of the flame point on her like Sage and Crystal did, but she does look just like her great-grandpa Ash. So I miss Ash. I miss all of the kitties we lost. But look at how cute and beautiful she is at 3 days old. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. Aren't you? Yeah. I have been having to lock Catarina in with them at night. Have the stroller zipped all the way up because she started trying to bring them into bed with me. And while that is very cute and very sweet, I really don't want to wake up to squished kittens. So I roll around in my sleep a lot. So until they're much bigger, it is not safe for her to bring them in bed with me. Yeah, it's not safe. No, it's not. We want you guys safe in the stroller. Yeah, safe. Now, right here next to me, they're not going to get squished because I know they're there. I'm not half asleep or half awake or completely asleep. I'm not going to accidentally sit on them. So, and this is the other one, the other boy, the other of the twins. These two don't have names yet because I'm waiting for Callie's babies to be born before I give them names. Spell isn't quite as far along yet as the other two girls were, or as Callie is. So it'll take some time before hers are born. But we'll figure out names then. So the reason why I named Carmelo is because the only kitty in the house, the only girl in the house that can get tabbies is Catarina. All the other colors that I get, yeah, babies, your babies. All the other colors I get, ranging from Russian blues, Bombays, calicos, you're sitting on them, honey. Goofball. Here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We get tuxedos because of the calicos. We get all three colors of Siamese and Himalayan. All of those colors come from the other cats. They come from the boys. So, except for the calicos obviously come from Callie and Spell, and from Drago, because Drago is Spell's son. So, you know, she could get any of the colors that the boys have in them, but the other kitties cannot get Tabby as of yet. So that's why I named Carmelo first, and I'll name the other ones after we know what colors we get from Callie and You know, we won't know what from Spell for a while. She's not quite as far along. Oh, you guys didn't even want food. You just wanted to be by mommy. That's so sweet. Oh, and you just wanted to be out of that stroller, huh, baby? I don't blame you. I don't blame you, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, you're a good mommy. You're a good girl. You love your babies, don't you? Yeah, you're a good girl. And she took to being a mom quite quickly. She automatically just knew what to do. It took her a bit to understand. That's why it took her so long to give birth. She didn't understand that she had to push. So the the reason it took her so long, why her labor started on Saturday and didn't end until late Sunday evening, is because with her first kitten, she just would not push. She kept trying to suck it back in. So she didn't understand. It is her first time giving birth, because she is still a kitten herself. So it is her first time, and so that she also is not producing enough milk. So thankfully, having had kittens many times before, I kind of had a feeling she might not have enough milk. And you know, sometimes cats also don't always take great care of their kittens. Sometimes they um, want to give them more space or just stop taking care of them altogether. So I knew that formula was a good thing that I needed to make sure I had just in case. And it always, even if they don't use it, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So before she even gave birth, I got some formula. I mixed some up in a spare bottle I had that I had washed. I washed this multiple times, so there is nothing in it but formula. Um, and it's been sitting in my drawer waiting for kittens. So, um, you know, I like these bottles because they're great for feeding kittens, because it is a lot easier to feed a kitten with a dropper than it is with a kitten bottle. The tips get clogged incredibly easily. You cannot unclog them. If you puncture them, sometimes it comes out too fast. So it's just not good to use a kitten bottle. It is much better to use a dropper. And when you get a dropper for feeding kittens, all you get is the dropper. You don't get a bottle to mix it in. So with these, you know, I already had these left over for something else from something else, and like I said, I cleaned it out thoroughly. So with these, I can make the formula in the bottle, shake it up, um, and if I have to store it, I can put it in the fridge and then take it out, put it in the microwave for 1 minute, no longer than 1 minute. And of course, you've got to test it to make sure it's not too warm, because you don't want to burn the kitten's mouth. And, you know, it works. You don't have to squeeze the bulb into the kitten's mouth. Don't squeeze it. Um, it'll drip, and if the kitten takes to it really well, it'll suck on it itself, um, just like a bottle. So, um, you know, I would recommend using droppers instead of a bottle for feeding kittens, and always have formula on hand just in case, because you never know. You never know if the cat will just get bored and stop feeding them, or if the cat just doesn't have enough milk production, or what may be the case. So it's always good to make sure the kittens have formula. And also another thing, that formula is good for. When they're starting to transfer from uh, their mom to pate, um, you want to mix in a little bit of formula so that they get that formula taste while they're starting to transfer to the pate. It also makes it more watery so that they can ingest it easier. And you do not want to start feeding them pate until they have their eyes open. It's better if they have their teeth starting to come in, but if it, the most important thing is that they have their eyes open. They may not take to it right away. If 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 they don't seem interested in it, just try again later, and you may have to spoon feed them. So have little itty bitty like decorative spoons on hand. I use them for coffee or for making my cats their dinner, scraping out their cat food tins, or again for feeding kittens. So it's nice to have those on hand to be able to feed the kittens and also make the cats cat food, because it's not good to give your cats only kibble, because it will make them sick eventually. If you only give them kibble, it can cause kidney failure and a lot of other health issues, only feeding them kibble. So they get dinner every other day, and then they get kibble every other day. So, yeah. And then once you're starting to get them to switch over from pate, once they really start getting into the pate, and you're trying to switch them over from pate to kibble, just start kind of putting the kibble into the pate, and then slowly transfer it to just damp kibble. And then once they get used to the damp kibble, and they have some nice teeth, and they can start eating the dry kibble. So those are my helpful hints for taking care of kittens. And just kind of I'm gonna let them eat a little bit. Are you eating? You look like you're upside down. Oh, you're eating. Okay. Sorry. Are you eating, sweetheart? You need a nipple. Find a nipple. And sometimes they do need a little bit of guidance because they can't see. So they don't really know where they're going. Sometimes they need a little bit of help being placed on their mom. Sometimes their moms lay on them. Sometimes they veer off quite in a far direction from their mom. So, I mean, every once in a while they need a little bit of guiding placement. So, there's that. I'm so proud of how well she took to being a mom. She's so good at it. She's such a good girl. Not all kitties are this good the first time, or even like after multiple births. Sometimes they just aren't good at being moms. I had one that kept trying to drag her kittens underneath a closed door, and battered them to death. Because she didn't, it's animal instinct to hide your babies, but she didn't know better that she was hurting them. So I had to take all of her babies away from her, the ones that were still alive, and give them to another one of my kitties, and kind of hand feed them too. That's another reason to have formula on hand in case the cat is such a poor parent that it starts accidentally killing its kittens by trying to protect them. So there's a lot of good reasons to always have formula on hand if you have kittens coming. It's better safe than sorry. They don't know better. It's not like they're trying to hurt their kittens. They're trying to take care of them. They just don't know better. So you just got to keep a close eye on them. They pretty much take care of themselves. The the mommies pretty much take care of them most of the time. Usually, if they're a good mommy, like Rena and Catarina and and Callie. Spell's a pretty good mommy. She's not as good as Callie, but she's a pretty good mommy. But if they're really good mommies, like Catarina is being right now, for the most part, you pretty much don't have to do a whole lot because they pretty much just do their job. And that's one of the things I like about having kittens is with puppies, there's a lot of work. You've constantly got to be taking care of them literally by yourself. Um, and they're a lot bigger too. Um, so they take up a lot more room. With kittens, it's so much easier. They pretty much just, for the most part, take care of them themselves. And you really don't have to do a whole lot until you start transferring them from mom to pate to kibble. And sometimes they instinctively are so smart. Sometimes the kittens just skip the pate altogether and go straight to kibble. I've seen it happen. It's rare, but it does sometimes happen where they just like, mom is eating that. It must be good. I'm gonna eat it too, and then they just go straight to kibble. You know, so you know, cats are smart. They are very independent. You know, most of the time you really don't have to do a whole lot, but you know, there are some things that you may end up having to do, even though they are very smart and independent, just in case. It's good to be prepared just to make sure that they have what they need in case they need extra special care. And it's very important too, to have a good idea of how to give mouth to mouth to a kitten, because they do sometimes end up with respiratory issues. Um, like again, if they get amniotic fluid in their throat, and can't get it out. Or I've had other kittens who actually didn't have anything wrong with them with their breathing, but they were starting to go. I don't really have a reason for why they were starting to go. And I gave them mouth to mouth. Some of them I brought back with mouth to mouth. Albion, my beautiful yellow ginger that's around here somewhere. You guys have seen him in my videos. When he was a kitten, he saw the other cats drinking out of the water dish, so he decided to climb in it to have a drink and almost drown himself. So I had to give him mouth to mouth in order to make sure that he didn't drown to death. And I successfully brought him back. So that's actually why we kept him, why we didn't rehome him, because he's our little miracle kitty, having drowned and come back. And I apologize about the mess here. With the kittens, I kind of didn't care about cleaning it up. I just was caring about being able to get to the stroller and get to my babies. Get to my babies. Yeah, you love your babies, don't ya? So, I mean, stuff that's good to know, right? It's good to know. Yeah, good to know. Good to know how to take care of your babies. Yeah, just in case. Yeah. What a good mommy she is. Well, I don't have any more to share with you guys unless you guys want me to pick them up and show them to you again, which I don't think I should do because they're eating. So I'm going to let them eat. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very excited to do my next one next week to show you how well they've grown. And hopefully by next week, maybe we'll see if Callie has given birth to hers. And if she has, then I will start picking some names. I have a list of ideas. I just haven't chosen any yet because I'm still waiting for Callie's litter to come. Because she, like I said, she could have Russian blues too. I could end up giving a name to these ones that I end up wanting to give to one of hers. Um, or she there's so many different colors she could end up with. So I mean, except for Carmelo, refrain from naming them until Callie has hers. And she's getting there. She's pretty big. And she's just now starting to get the split down her stomach where her boobs are starting to form. So um, it won't be long. I just don't know how long. Um, I've never really timed it, but in total, it does take 3 months for cats to gestate. Um, no, no, we're not picking them. I will pick them up. Do you want them in there? Okay, I will put them in there. Okay, I will. Let's do that. Okay, I'll put them in there. You can't pick them up, honey. You'll hurt them. Come on, come on, sweetheart. There you go. There. You want to go back in there with them? There you go. See? You don't need to pick them up. I can do that for you. The reason you don't want your cats to pick up their kittens is because sometimes they grab them too hard and puncture them, and sometimes they grab them around the neck and yeah. They, like I said, they don't know better. They're not trying to hurt them. It's just instinct. They don't know that they're hurting their babies. They're not trying to. It's just they're trying to put them somewhere they feel they're safe. See? They're okay. Okay, they're okay in the stroller, aren't they? Yeah. That's where you wanted them, in the stroller? Yeah, where they're safe. Yeah, you're a good girl. You want to go back to them? Yeah, good girl. And she's got food and water in there with her too. So she doesn't have to leave them unless she needs a little bit of space. And I can understand her needing a little bit of space and wanting a little bit of time out of there every once in a while. I know I would. I have been on bed rest before and after having my daughter. So, I did not enjoy bed rest at all. It was a nightmare for me. I mean, here, honey, I'll help. There you go. But, um, yeah. I don't like being immobile. I don't like being unable to move and function and get stuff done. And back then I was a lot more mobile than I am now because my autoimmunes weren't nearly as bad back then. So for me it was hell, and I didn't have any help either because the person that was living with me would not take care of me, would not take care of my baby, and was literally just living off of me. So yeah. Um, it's worse when you have somebody living with you that could help you with the stuff you need help with, but won't. But I mean, even then, even when you live alone, it is frustrating when you can't move as much as you'd like. Um, when you're not allowed to move, or your body it can't function enough to move, you feel like you're trapped. It doesn't feel pleasant at all. A lot of people think, oh, she's disabled, she doesn't have to work, must be a nice vacation, she gets to lay around all day and do nothing. It's not a vacation, it's a prison. You're trapped on the couch and you can't move. You want to go in the kitchen and make some food, or clean the kitchen, or do the dishes, or do the laundry, or clean the house, all the things that you need to be done, but you can't move. It is not a vacation. It is not pleasant. You are trapped. Thankfully, I am not trapped right now. As you can see, I am very mobile at the moment, able to get up and down very easily at the moment. Um, I'm blaming the very nice weather we've had all week for my ability to function and move today. Thank God. I appreciate those days where I'm able to move a lot. And because I mean, those are the days that I get a lot done. So, sometimes I just can't move and it does suck. Uh, when you're on bed rest, it's just like having fibromyalgia and lupus and being stuck on the couch. You can't move. You're not allowed to move. Um, because if you move, you're putting your baby at risk. So, but you still got to take care of yourself. You still got to go to the bathrooms. You still got to eat. You still got to shower. You got to take care of yourself. So, I mean, your house still needs to be taken care of too. You can't let your house go to shit. Which is unfortunately what happens when you're in a flare from autoimmunes, is when you can't move, your house goes to shit. And then you have to make up for it later. Having to damn near kill yourself on your good days to get stuff done and get stuff clean. But it is what it is, Thankfully, it's a good day today. I'm going to get a lot done. And I was able to get this video out for you guys. And you guys were able to meet my new litter of kittens and see how good Rena was with her babies. I call her Rena for short because her name is Catarina. So I call her Rena for short. She's actually named after a character in a show that I like. I'm sure most of you have heard of Vampire Diaries. She's like the evil doppelganger vampire chick. But I always liked the name. I thought it was cute, and she's a cat, so there's a pun in there. So Cat Arena. And then her full name is actually Catarina Katrova. So she's fully named after that character. So instead of Petrova, it's Katrova. Catarina Katrova. It's cute. I think she likes her name. But I do like names with puns. I do like names that are like cute. I like food names. I like religious names. Some of my cats are named after the Arthurian legend. Spell is named after something that happened to someone in another show that I like. If you've heard of Charmed, there's this girl Paige. She accidentally dyes her hair red by a potion exploding in her face. That's what I think Spell kind of looks like. Like she had a potion explode all over her, so she was a black cat, but was a potion exploded all over her, getting orange all over her and little specks. She was not really ever a black cat, but you know what I mean. That's what I think she looks like. Just having, orange just splattered all over her. But that's why I named her Spell, because she looks like a potion splattered all over her. Callie is named after her coloring, Calico. So, she's a calico, so I named her Calico, so she's a pun. Mordred and Merlin are named after Arthurian legend. Arthurian legend. Albion is named after Arthurian legend. Drago is actually named after a character in a book I like. So, yeah. I've had a lot of food names. I've had a lot of spiritual names. Names after TV shows and book characters. Just lots of cute names for my kitties. But I had one named cinnamon roll because she was a chocolate point Siamese, which with flame point on her face also, so she looked like a cinnamon roll. Sage I named because she was a a Russian blue with flame point all over her, so she kind of, to me, resembled Sage. Crystal, she kind of looked like a big fluffy geode. So, she was Himalayan Russian blue. So she was the color of a Russian blue with the long hair of a Himalayan, and then she had uh flame point on her, which made her look like when you find a crystal in the still in the rock and you smash the rock open, the outside of the rock is still dark gray, but the inside is like beautiful crystal colors, and that's what a geode is. So I named her after a geode because that's what she looked like. She was just a beautiful cat. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas for kitten names already. I want to wait for Callie's kittens to be born first, um and then I'll start naming the kittens. Um and I think that is my Walmart package, actually, that I hear outside. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a beautiful day, and if no one has told you today, you are enough, you are loved, you are appreciated, and you are needed. And don't let anybody tell you or make you feel any different, because it's true. And thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.